And that is why we are treble winners. Manchester City 3, RB Leipzig 2. Does that score sound familiar? You better believe it does. Another wonderful, iconic turnaround from a wonderful, iconic football team. A sensational second half display of football from Manchester City to turn it around. I tell you what, it never gets boring watching this club, does it? Never a dull night. Always something to savour. Always something exciting. Always something visceral. I tell you what, I really do love nights like these. It could have been nothing. It could have been a comfortable 2-0 victory. The kind of game you pass off and forget on a cold winter's November evening. The kind of game you forget forever. But no, City looked themselves in the eye and said, is this what we are made of? Are we not better than this? Is this who we really are in that first half? 2-0 down, playing terribly. And this side, their pride kicked in, their wonderful desire for victory, their wonderful desire for success kicked in yet again. And another sensational, famous 3-2 victory. It sounds so familiar. We've seen it to win trophies. We saw it just to win a group tonight, but it felt more than that for me. It felt like this is just part of who we are now. It's embedded in our core. In a game that ultimately meant nothing, these players had too much pride to sit there and take what they witnessed in the first 45 minutes. They were not good enough. They were not good enough, but they know that, and this is what you get, that response. Sometimes you need to see if the players still have that hunger. Guardiola would have been disappointed because he wants these players, despite the treble, despite all the success, despite a 3-point, he wants to know if they still want it. Do you still want it? Can you see it in their eyes? Can you see that fire, that flame, that desire for success and fame and glory and a legacy? Yeah, you can. And when you see a performance like that, it turns around and the players go, no, we can fix this. It gets you going again. It really does. It wasn't good enough in the first half, but ultimately, the only thing that matters is that we got the job done, and we did it with style and aplomb and confidence in the second half. To me, it was stressful, but it was fun. We fight till the end at this club. It's becoming such a part of who we are. And I do believe, look, we saw Real Madrid do it to us, and it's becoming who we are now. Like, this Manchester City side does not know when it's beaten, and it doesn't matter if it's new players, it doesn't matter who it is. They start to feed into the identity of who we are as a club, and new players come in and they sense it too, and they become fearless. Doku becomes fearless. Vardiol becomes fearless. These new players become fearless. Rico Lewis does. They turn it around and they look to the senior players, and they'll become the senior players eventually, and you get a legacy. That is how you create a legacy. And Guardiola, look, he was fuming at halftime. He was straight down the tunnel. Sit down. Nobody talked. You could tell something was coming at halftime. Absolutely. And what we got was a response. We got the response of champions, of treble winners, of successful, wonderful, world-class footballers. And it is just a dead rubber, but we have now finished top of the group. The next game means absolutely nothing. It now means the second leg of the last 16 will be at the Etihad Stadium. It will be electric. It will be a chance to progress better. And we do, once again, have questions answered about these players. I am delighted. I'm delighted with that because it was enjoyable. And to be honest, it's wild that, I have been watching Manchester City for 30 odd years, all my life, and I'm still pinching myself every now and then to watch where this club has come from and where it is right now. Look, I know nights like tonight are not the most memorable because they are ultimately not going to mean anything in the grand scheme of things, but I tell you what, right now, savour them, because the football that we witness at times and the spirit and the endeavour that these players have got, it's absolutely worth enjoying, because even when we're bad, we're still that good. It won't be like this forever. We won't have a performance that bad in the first half and turn it around forever. But right now, these players are capable of doing that. So that is worth, in my opinion, savouring. It's also worth a like as well. Get the likes up, please. 150 people watching. Get the subscribers up. Get the likes up. Help support the channel. Help support this glorious team and myself as well. It is appreciated. So let's talk about the story of the game. The first half, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It was very poor. It was a poor performance. We created the odd chance here and there. We could have scored, but defensively, it was shambolic. I got flashbacks to Garcia and Fernandinho as a partnership. It was that level bad around the 2020-21 era. It was not good at all. It was absolutely Comedy Central. It was so poor. Mistake from Akanji, mistake from Diaz, just far too weak. And Pep swung the axe. Pep never does that. He brought on Nathan Ake for Ruben Diaz, and I love Ruben Diaz. Let's not get too deep. Let's not make it bigger than it is. Ruben, maybe he's not in his very best form right now, but he's a wonderful player, a captain, a guy who's won a treble, won 3 leagues in a row. We could not have done what we have done without Ruben Diaz. So we don't need to dig him out. He had a poor game, a poor couple of games recently. He is human. But Ake came on, and he was absolutely excellent. And I love that we've got Nathan Ake. If Diaz has a bad game, we can play Ake. If Kanji does, I'm sure Stones will coming back in soon. It is okay because we have winners and they will rectify the mistakes. And that's what I love. The very best. You don't have to shame them. They are shamed themselves anyway. You don't have to go into that dressing room and call them all terrible and question their character. You don't have to go into the dressing room and tell them that they are shy. You don't have to do that. You have to point the mirror back at them. You have to just tell them to look in the mirror. And they know who they are. And they know when they're not who they are. And they weren't in that first half. And that's all Pep would have done. He would have told them, you are better than this. And you know that. Go and fix this. Go and fix it. And that is what they did. And that's what I love about this Manchester City side. They are good at doing that. They are good at fixing their own mistakes. You got us into this, now get us out of it. Absolutely. And this is why I was calm at the half-time. If you watch my watch-along, I was calm at half-time. Because I don't mind a bad half. I just don't like 2 bad halves. I don't even mind a bad game. Just don't give me 2 bad games in a row. And that's one thing I'll always give this side, the benefit of the doubt. Give them a chance to react to their poor game. They deserve that respect. Because I tell you what you'll realise is they don't have 2 bad games in a row very often. They are too good to be found out that often because they are winners. And when we saw that response in the second half, and I've got to also give the credit, we've got to give the credit once again to the substitutes. Doku and Alvarez came on. Things looked good. You know, of course, when you see the stats of the game as well, jump over to the big screen. Here we are there, 1.78 XG, so we ended up quite clinical in the end to their 0.44 out of nothing. They scored 2 from basically nothing, by the way. But of course, the substitutes came on. Alvarez came on, and Doku came on. Doku was lively. Ake, those 3 made such a big difference. And they, of course, played their way into the team for the Spurs game. Alvarez got the rest that he needed, by the way. Absolutely. And I thought the second half reaction was so good. Phil Foden, by the way. Phil Foden. A beautiful assist for Erling Haaland. Erling Haaland again scoring another goal. Everyone talks about Erling Haaland in such reductive measures, but that goal is not easy. That goal is the goal of a world-class footballer, which Erling Haaland is for what it's worth. Ridiculous stuff. Another fantastic finish. 5 goals in 5 games now in the Champions League. Another wonderful stat from Erling Haaland I saw. I think he's the fastest to 40 goals in 35 games for his age by some way. Just stupid record after record for Erling Haaland. Special stuff. And of course, he made the most of making a poor first touch in the first half. An instinctive finish. The second one, beautiful stuff. Just lovely stuff. Vardy feeds Phil Foden. The touch away from the defender. The dribble into the area. Then the pass into the bottom corner. The Stockport Messi. The Stockport Iniesta. Whatever you want to call him. Phil Foden, a special talent, a special footballer, a goal and assist. And of course, it felt at this point the third would be inevitable. And it started beautifully with a Rico Lewis pass out to Doku. Doku, just a dribble apparently, instead gets his head up, feeds Phil Foden. Phil Foden cuts it back, and El Arana, the spider, there for a much-needed goal. And man, he's probably been a little bit down recently. Put it into the bottom corner to seal the victory. Cue elation. Cue City absolutely going wild, and a 3-2 comeback. And it's what you want to see. Nights like these, and look at the joy in these players' faces. It's what you want to see. This kind of stuff, it means a lot. Look at Haaland. They know it, man. I tell you what, a 3-2 victory is way more exciting. Because once again, you learn from these players. Are we perfect right now? We are not perfect right now. We are not. Is there areas to improve? Yes. But is the hunger there? Is the quality there? It is. And this is without Stones. This is without the new players fully adapted. This is without the main man, Kevin De Bruyne. Give this team's time, give them patience, and they will achieve wonderful things as they always do. And Pep knows that. And this is why Pep's been so positive in press conferences, because he senses it. There is no one better in the world at sensing when a player needs that kick up the arse or has that hunger. And Pep feels it right now. And you can see it in their faces. That is more impressive and more important than just a boring 3-2. It really, 3-1, sorry, or whatever. It absolutely is. I love it, and I love it. And to me, look, I will never tire of this. I will never tire of this. Absolutely wonderful. The character is there. I don't mind, honestly. But look, no, we get so down, and I saw everyone like, it's the worst we played in ages at half time. The defense was terrible. The attack was okay in the first half. But once again, I was so relaxed. I knew, I could see it in Pep's face when he went down the tunnel. I knew they would react. There was no chance we were having two halves as bad as that first half was. There was no chance. This City side are too good for that. And I do think it'll probably hopefully lead into the next game. Like, sometimes you need a bit of a rude awakening. Sometimes you need to be told you have to be better. Sometimes you do. And that's got to be worth a like, by the way. Please do hit the like button. It is absolutely appreciated. Yeah, please do. And to me, like, if you look at these players and see what they can do when they're down the dumps, 40 goals in 35 games, by the way, for Haaland. Special. Absolutely special. Ridiculous stuff. And let's go back to this side as well. Akanji had a poor game. He really did. I can't deny that. Diaz did it too. But Akanji actually turned it around in the second half. I'll give him credit where it's due. I'll bring over... I'm on Sofa Score here. Josko in the end with a 7.6. Of course, he got an assist as well. The balance was so much better in the second half, by the way, when it ended up like this. So in the second half, we played a Akanji right centre-back. Rico Lewis inverted. He was obviously here, Rico Lewis, when we defended, but he inverted alongside Rodri. Way more natural here, Rico. Way more natural here. He was drifting around this way and that way. Then Akanji is, because he's more of a natural passer. Alvarez, of course, did his thing a bit closer. Foden round here. It just felt more balanced. It really did. Doku, as Doku did. Doku does. He was electric. He was aggressive. He got forward. He created chances as he always does. He was beating his man. This is just what he does, you know. He's a wonderful footballer. And Foden, of course, excellent. Alvarez got the goal. And Alvarez actually played a pass to Foden that then led to Haaland. Yeah, lovely stuff. Yeah, absolutely. He needed that as well. He really did need that. He needed that goal and that involvement. Bernardo, effervescent as always. Ortega didn't really have much to do. I didn't really feel Ortega had a good game or a bad game. He just was sort of there. But that was fun, wasn't it? It was fun. I know this is a game that we'll probably forget in the long haul, but I really do feel like the season can be not defined. Or you look back and go, I wonder if that was the catalyst, you know? Like, and I want to see what Pep says. I'm fascinated to see what Pep says, by the way, if he's even said anything yet. But Rico, yeah, Rico's a phenomenal footballer. He's so mature. He's got so much going for him. Like, Rico is such a special talent. And we know that he's only young still, 19 years old. So much game intelligence. Pep's been talking. No, sorry, Phil Foden's been talking. Let me show you the comments right now. Phil said in the first half it's the worst I've seen, as I think. Phil was brutal. I don't think it was quite the worst, but it was probably the worst this season. Maybe the Wolves game potentially as well, but I would agree with maybe this season. He talked about Alvarez. Phil, he said Julian's a great player and he's always a threat when he comes off the bench. He's a fantastic player and he always makes a difference for us. He's having a brilliant season and he's important for us. Absolutely. And there's Phil's stats, by the way. It's just so good. A goal, assist, 4 key passes, 90% pass accuracy. Phil, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Man of the match. Remarkable footballer, Phil Foden. Yeah, lovely stuff, man. I'm not going to show the goal because I can't. But yeah, Phil Foden right now flying. I can't wait to see what Pep says. I felt sorry for Jack Grealish, obviously going off the 50 minutes, but he didn't play well, Jack Grealish. Doku is first choice right now. I still think there's a future where Jack plays more central. I can see it. I hope it exists. Because I want to see him there, because I think he's just not a good one-on winger. And Doku right now, look, when we haven't got De Bruyne, Doku is such a threat that he has to play. It's as simple as that. Doku has to play. He just has to. He just has to. He's too special. It's his shirt, and I think we know it is his shirt right now. I don't think there's much doubt about it. Right now, he is the number one. And I think Pep knows that as well. Ake, absolutely. Ake's form is brilliant. And I do love the meritocracy of this Manchester City side. Pep has no favourites. He doesn't. If you're playing well, you'll get in the team. It really is as simple as that. Like, Diaz, a hero. Off tonight because he played badly. And he's been given chances, of course, as well. But Ake came on because Ake deserved to be on tonight. And I think Pep realised, look, both centre-back. I think the reason Diaz came off because he was on a yellow card. And both centre-backs had made a couple of mistakes. He needed someone to come in to settle it. And he decided in that moment, the left foot of Ake would have been useful. And it was for what it's worth. And Ake made more sense. And Akanji's more of a natural right centre-back. The balance was better, basically. Just really nice. Really, really good. Yeah, Haaland was pressing like a madman, actually, Will. I agree with that. Haaland was working really, really, really hard, which I really admire. Haaland had the hunger. That man had the hunger. He had the desire. It was, really impressive. He was aggressive. He was working. Guys, please like the video, by the way. 200 people watching, 75 likes. Get the subscribers up while you're at it as well. Come on, you can do better. We can do it. We can do it. We can do it. Get the likes. So let's get to 150 likes. Leipzig worked hard too. They did, actually. They did. Look, Diaz is having a bit of a poor moment, but it is what it is. It is what it is. He'll be fine. Openda was really good. Yeah, Openda was excellent. Fair play to him. He's a good player, Openda, isn't he? He's a very good player. Xavi Simons is a good player as well. He really is. Thank you for the likes, by the way. DDD's right, and Wickerman as well. If you've liked it, let me know in the chat. I'm not going to like the video, Nolan. Okay, well, well, don't, mate, then. Okay. If you dislike it, go for it. But I don't know why you wouldn't support a City content creator. Hannah says Pep needs to let Walker be a right back. No, he's not. I agree. He's not. I don't really like the Walker far up the pitch thing. Doesn't work for me. I think. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like Walker's days. I feel like we need attacking right back. If we're going to play, I would like someone like Frimpong at right back. You know, Jeremy Frimpong. Get him back at Man City. If we're going to do the free centre back thing. Of attacking right back, I would love it to be someone like Frimpong. It'd be great. DDD reckons Paquette will be an inverted fullback. I don't see that personally. Frimpong for me would be great. I love Frimpong. But I love him because I watched him for the academy too, and he's such a wonderful character as well as a great player. Heart of a lion, that man. Just honestly, so hard working. Steve has an apology to make to me. I don't even know what you said, Nerlin. I absolutely don't. I am not apologising to you for anything because I have no idea what I've done wrong. And I don't apologise to anything over football takes. No chance. Only on loan, Kevin? Oh, yeah, well, he's done, mate. He's done. He's burned those bridges, unfortunately. Look, if Pep throws you out on loan without replacing you with 2 days left of the transfer window, you are never coming back. Absolutely, unfortunately. But he's doing well over there, and hopefully we get some money for him. Frimpong is balling out there. I always knew Frimpong would be great. I've got the tweets to prove it, by the way. Absolutely. I didn't see... You don't see many 10 out of 10 performances in general life, by the way. But I remember seeing Frimpong once play for City's under-18s and give a true 10 out of 10. He was just utterly insane. Like, it was a perfect performance. Like, he was just everywhere. He was a one-man attacking defensive machine. It's one of the best individual performances I've ever seen in football. Like, actually, I want to even see if I can even find my tweet about it, but I love Frimpong. He would be great for me. But yes, that is the winning mentality this Manchester City need, this season need. And this is hopefully a really nice catalyst ahead of Spurs and Villa. Yeah, absolutely. Like, I would love to see... I would love to see Frimpong back. You know, the first time I tweeted about Frimpong, by the way, 2016. I put impressed with the under-16s like Frimpong at left back. He's played left back today. Pacey, full of direct running and tenacious. 2016, I first tweeted about Frimpong. 7 years ago. Nearly 8 years ago. Frimpong, great player. We have raced the Champions League group. We have, I might actually share that, by the way. I'm going to tweet Just thinking, I don't know, man. I'll do that another day. Greatest comeback since Rocky 3. Greatest comeback since our last comeback. We do it all the time. But anyway, guys, just my reaction there. Does anyone want to do a fan view live? Is anyone up for a chat? If any of the members or patrons, let me know. If you're up for a fan view live, it probably won't be a long one tonight, but we will see. That was great fun. Great fun. Kevil's about. It might just be me and you, Kevil. We'll see you, man. I'll go live with fan view in like 5 minutes, mate. And for now, thank you for watching. City 3-2. Great scenes. Lovely stuff. Like the video. I really enjoyed that. Absolutely. Wicker Man's up for it as well. Okay, I'll go for it. I'll do a fan view live. You're all beautiful. That was great fun. Lovely stuff. In a bit. Catch you for the fan view. Bye-bye.